Tonight on Newsbeat, find out what changes are coming to Baton Rouge streets in order to make them safer for bikers and pedestrians.
And student drivers who own Volkswagen vehicles share their opinions on the controversial emission scandal.
And LSU is investigating Leonard Fournette's family. Find out why.
Stay tuned. Newsbeat starts now.
Good evening, Tigers, and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Mitch Rabelais.
And I'm Michaela Morgan. Thanks for joining us.
We begin tonight with the news that LSU is investigating the family of running back Leonard Fournette after accusations have surfaced alleging that his family owned a website selling Bugga Nation merchandise. NCAA rules prohibit athletes or their family members from profiting off an athlete's name, image, or likeness. Source told The Advocate that LSU consulted with the family about the website in August 2014, leading them to close the website shortly thereafter. Although Fournette's image was not used on the site, the owners of the website say they gave the Fournettes more than $20,000 in discounts because they expected strong sales.
And these Baton Rouge bikers are more than what meets the eye. Tiger TV reporter Jackie Massey will tell you how they are making an impact on the community.
These men have one mission, and it's not just riding bikes. They are part of a group called Bikers Against Child Abuse.
I'm a 50-year-old, 6-foot-tall biker. When I see them kids for the first time, some of them I cry.
BACA members like Boz help kids in need in the Baton Rouge area. Right now, the group has 10 patched members who meet up with kids whenever they call, even in the middle of the night.
We'll be there when nobody else can. The cops aren't going to show up at 2 o'clock in the morning when they're scared and having nightmares.
To pair a kid with a biker, the child's guardian has to contact BACA. Each member of the group goes through special training for a year and is required to have a background check. Once they are part of the group, members get to choose a nickname.
I'm BACA whoever.
But this group is more than just biker names and patches. For BACA whoever, it's about the kids.
We try to give them their lives back and make them children, make them be kids again.
And it works, especially for kids who testify against their abusers in court. If they are allowed, BACA members will sit inside the courtroom to support the kids.
If we can't go in with them, we give them our coin. And they can hold it, and they can take it inside with them. And if they get scared, they can look at it and, and know that we're there.
For now, BACA is working on growing its chapter. It currently has 40 members going through training, so they can help more kids in the Baton Rouge area. For Tiger TV, I'm Jack.
People who are interested in joining BACA can find more information on bacaworld.org.
Baton Rouge is planning to make roads safe throughout the city for bike riders and pedestrians. The new policy is called Complete Streets, which aims to make streets safer for anyone who uses it. Many streets are being redesigned with the consideration of sidewalks, crosswalks, bus shelters, and bike lanes. LSU student Megan Minio is one of the many students who struggle with commuting to and from campus.
There's always so much traffic on Burbank, and there's no bike lanes, and the sidewalks are just such a mess. You can't even ride on them because they don't line up and they're really uneven, and they have potholes and things like that. So that's probably the most dangerous.
New policy in Baton Rouge will be voted on later this month to make streets safer in the city.
Today, Bayou Country Superfest organizers gifted fans by announcing next year's star-studded lineup. Dierks Bentley, Eric Church, Jason Aldean, and Luke Bryan will headline next year's show here in Baton Rouge. Lady Antebellum, Darius Rucker, and Little Big Town are also expected to appear on stage in Tiger Stadium next year at the festival. Tickets for the event will go on sale next Tuesday at 10 a.m. with early bird pricing starting at $99. The festival is scheduled to take place between May 27th and 29th.
Starbucks is looking to give back to their employees who have served in the military by offering free tuition for their spouses or children. The coffee company currently offers free tuition for its employees who work at least 20 hours a week as part of a partnership with Arizona State University. After today's announcement, current or former military members can use the same program for their family members. Starbucks also announced that they've hired more than 5,500 veterans and military spouses to the hope of reaching their goal of hiring 10,000 by 2018.
Fast food workers across the country are planning to walk off the job today in support of a campaign to raise federal minimum wage. Workers in nearly 300 cities, including New Orleans, are expected to stage protests at a variety of restaurants and chains. Today's protests are expected to be the largest since the campaign launched 3 years ago. The group representing the workers, Fight for 15, is pushing for the federal minimum wage to be increased to $15 an hour and also for Fast Food Workers Union. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew expressed that raising the federal minimum wage could be a good move for the country.
You know, look, raising the minimum wage would be a good thing. We've proposed it. A lot of states are doing it. Some of the states are doing it at a level where, you might say they'd be uncompetitive with other states, but it hasn't turned out to be a problem.
Seattle, Los Angeles, and San Francisco are among the few cities in the United States that recently voted to gradually raise the minimum wage to $15 over the next several years. After the break, students who drive Volkswagen vehicles weigh in on the emission scandal that could lead to over 500,000 cars being recalled.
And as racially charged protests are coming to the end at one university, they're beginning at another.
We'll have details for you right after this break.
Major auto manufacturer Volkswagen is in trouble after installing illegal software into 11 million cars. Tiger TV reporter Gillen Breedy has that full story.
Frankie isn't happy with his car.
Definitely not going to buy any more cars from them.
A sentiment shared by thousands after over 11 million customers found out that Volkswagen isn't as green as they claim to be. John Green, environmental inspector, discovered that Volkswagen's eco-friendly cars emit 40 times more nitrogen oxide than what the Clean Air Act allows.
It's definitely going to have a negative impact on the environment, but also think it kind of generates this level of distrust with manufacturers.
The company is facing up to $7.3 billion in repairs after selling cars with software that hid the amount of nitrogen oxide gas the cars emit to trick environmental inspectors. Volkswagen Group of America president and CEO Michael Horn stated in a press release that the company's main goal is to regain its customers' trust and to fix this problem, but that's easier said than done. Owners took to Twitter and Facebook to voice their concerns. And Ashley Augusta felt the same way.
The reason why they lied was basically to seem like they're the better company because they don't emit as much CO2, but when they lied, people now, they don't even trust them.
The company issued recalls for over 11 million diesel vehicles, making customers with the Jetta, Golf, Passat, and Beetle bring their cars in to get fixed. Horn notes in his press release that the cars are still safe and legal to drive, but this doesn't seem to be helping Volkswagen owners.
I think it's kind of crazy how they can just lie about it, and now they have paid the consequences on spending a lot more money than they were supposed to.
For Tiger TV, I'm Gillen Breedy.
Volkswagen is expected to have all repairs done by the spring. To see if your car made the recall list, head to www.vw.com.
Students and athletes at the University of Missouri will be returning to the regular schedules today after a week of protests that led to the resigning of the president and chancellor of the university. President Tim Wolf and Chancellor Bowen Lofton announced their resignation yesterday after months of student and faculty protests over racial tensions on campus. The student-led organization that headed the protests, the Concerned Student 1950, held a news conference today and presented a list of their remaining demands. Student body president Peyton Head says that in order to improve race relations on campus, the school's education programs must change.
I think the biggest thing is addressing our curriculum, the way in which we teach students and the way we value diversity and inclusion. Right now, when it's something that doesn't seem to apply to students, when it's not personal to them, they don't care.
Some of the group's remaining demands includes having a black psychologist on staff and also having African Americans make up at least 10% of the university's faculty.
As protests in Missouri are coming to an end, students at Yale University are beginning to rally for the same reason. Students protested throughout the campus yesterday in response to rising racial tensions on campus. On Halloween, a student wrote on Facebook that she was turned away from a Sigma Alpha Epsilon party because she was told it was for white girls only. The fraternity denies the discrimination. However, several other students claim to have also been denied entry to the party. The president of Yale has met with student organizers and says he will bring concrete ideas to the Yale community by the Thanksgiving break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Well, if you enjoy a good steak off the grill, you might want to reconsider how often you break out the charcoal. The Journal of Cancer Research found that kidney cancer patients ate more meat, both red and white, and they specifically looked at meat cooked over an open flame, which health experts say can create carcinogens. Researchers say that people should not stop eating meat, but just eat in moderation and don't burn it. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but you can stay updated with Tiger TV Newsbeat on tigertv.tv.
From all of us here at Tiger TV, good night.